Welcome to the Circle of M. I am your host, Marcus Smith II. Man, we have another edition, another episode. We're going to be talking about how mental health manifested into my life and how I dealt with it. I think that as the viewers and as people that we need to know how to deal with these things and what it looks like on the outside. So I truly believe that these segments, these little snippets that I want to give you is stuff for you to be able to take with you and to be able to continue to move forward throughout your life. In the NFL, man, I had mental issues. I really did, man. And I didn't really understand what it was, what it looked like, nothing. And I want to continue to push this forward, man, because God will have me to talk to you guys and tell you about the things that I've been through just with my own experience and how we can get through these things together. So the mental health issues that I had lay dormant and manifested itself in the sport I love. We all play different sports. We all, have different sports that we love to play when we were growing up. And going into my fifth season, man, I signed a $2.7 million contract. Man, it was a lot to prove with that contract. It was a contract that said basically, hey, if you do really well in this deal, man, you could further your career, man. But it was a lot of stuff riding on that, man. Everything seemed to be going great. And I had an amazing start. But having a near-death experience changed my whole perspective. My perspective changed because I looked at life differently. Seeing a near-death experience opened my eyes to a heavy level of conviction that was attached to that experience. See, my experience with football, my experience with me playing sports allowed me to go through some of these things, some of these mental health issues, because I wanted to be great. I wanted to be everything that my parents, everything that the fans, everything that the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Commanders, everything that they wanted me to be, I wanted to be that myself. I didn't think about the money I was going to make or the games I was going to play in. I just thought about how selfish I was in that near-death experience, me wanting to commit suicide or what that looks like. I thought about my unborn daughter. My daughter, she was born on October 2nd, 2018, but she wasn't here yet. And some of the things that I was thinking about her. And I thought about my wife who came in the room in tears because of the news and because of what I was trying to do to myself. In that moment, my body was present, but my soul was lost. And in the word, man, in scripture, Mark 8:36 verse. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world and lose his own soul? I'm going to do everything in my power to help every athlete who goes through the same thing. I know it's people out there that are dealing with the same thing or trying to get through their profession. Sometimes things may not go your way. You may not be able to be a starter. There are politics that are involved when it comes to sports, and you may always get the short end of the stick, but I'm here to tell you that you can come in on the other side. Just when I thought I had everything, my soul was dying each and every year. I became unhappier each year that I played. I was so tired of it, man. It was like, man, what the heck? Childhood traumas I never addressed. The money didn't matter. I was giving up on my kids, my wife, and my family. But I want to tell you guys something, man. I want to let you in on something. In order to be your true self, you have to take care of what's vexing you. If there's a problem that you're pushing to the back, it is going to travel with you. You can go to the league and you can play a long time. But at some point, you're going to have to address your mental health head on. I had to have a near-death experience for me to realize my mental health was important. How can I be everything for my wife, kids, coaches, teammates, the people that are in my corner, if my body was present, but my soul is lost? Continue to seek your purpose, Love what you do. Have fun, because that's how you will get the most fulfillment out of what you are doing. But I also want you to remember, please remember, football is 85% mental. If a man thinketh, then so is he. Know that you are successful. Know that you aren't weak by speaking up and making your mental health number one, the number one priority. Do it now so you don't have to have a near-death experience. Do it now so you can be present and not have to walk away from the sport that you love, or walk away from a job, or have to take time off. Make it a daily lifestyle. Would you want to still be successful if you knew everything that you would go through? Would you want that? What are you going to do to keep yourself mentally sound when trials do come? Because at the end of the day, trials are going to come each and every day. And I'm speaking to you today to let you know that trials come in our lives and we have to be ready for them. I want to tell you, you guys, some of the things that I took along. When I took time away, I developed strategies that help cope with my anxiety and my depression. Number one, positive self-talk. I developed positive self-talk because now I am able to tell myself, hey, I'm great. Hey, you are more than a conqueror. Hey, I could do anything that I put my mind to. Why? Because God give it to me. And he doesn't call us to be mediocre. He calls us to be great in everything that we do. So we have to continue to give ourselves affirmation about how we are with ourselves. Positive self-talk is one, what I learned from my therapist. I also talk to a therapist once a week. I think it's important for us to be able to open up to someone who is unbiased, who can tell you a little bit of the things that you may be going through. A person that is a clinician who is certified. That is the way that we need to go, or the route that some people take. And I just really feel like that was the route that I took, and it really helped me gain momentum in where I am today. That's why we started the Circle of M, because we want to continue to be able to push the mental health agenda forward. As you can see in the world that we live in today, it's getting worse and worse, but there is hope. There is hope. We can get as many people's help as we can, or can try to. And this is why I do what I do. The third thing, is journaling. All the things that you have in your head that kind of are giving you anxiety, are putting you in a depressed state. One of the things that I did was I journaled. I put it on paper, and I was able to continue to speak. I was able to continue to talk through those things that I was dealing with. So I say that to say, continue to be strong, continue to have faith, continue to move forward with what you're doing, because I know in the end that you will be able to live the lifestyle that you want to live. And by you speaking up and speaking out, you can now be free. This is the Circle of M. I'm your host, Marcus Smith, and we are out.